So let's get to it, guys. It will be very fast. You see, loyalty is just a sense or act of trying to make sure that everything that you offer to someone, it is exclusively their own. What you give to someone, if it is like you're buying from somewhere, all right, you're buying a product, you're buying mobile phones, you're buying electronics, you are loyal to one shop, that you can never buy electronic from any other shop. You want a mobile phone, you have to go to that shop. You want a TV screen, you want a radio cassette, you need maybe a battery, you need to change your phone battery, you need to change something electronically. You go to that shop. That means loyalty. So, as a woman, for you to show loyalty to your man, you don't only have to tell us that you've been loyal to your man because you've never slept with another man. I'll show you how many of you are not loyal to their men today. And you'll be surprised. Maybe you're one of them. Guys, loyalty means accessibility, allowing access, trusting access onto something. When you permit access to a certain place, it means that this access is exclusively for John. It is only John who has access to this place. So what it means is like you are loyal to John and John alone. But see, guys, how many women have allowed men, the public out there, to access one of the most special gifts that you give to your man, which is your private body parts? We all claim that we are loyal to our men. But how many men are sleeping with you along the road without physically touching you? Have you ever, guys, thought about this? How many men are having access to the sense, the tune, the size, the nature of your boobs just because you want to show us that you have a tattoo around your cleavage? Are you really loyal to your man? You didn't sleep with anyone, but are you really showing loyalty to your man? You know, access. It is your man. The moment you get into a relationship, you are giving that man an access to your private life, an access to your private body parts. It is only your man or your woman that can sleep with you without you having problems. All right? It is only your man or your woman that you can undress in front of them without having issues. But I want to ask you, ladies and gentlemen, and let's just be frank with us. I don't want people to set like you're saying, it's a modern life, my dress, my choice. I want you to think. Our generation today is lost because people think that we can make decisions and we can live a life that we want. But see, you can only live a life you want if you want to live alone. The moment you choose to stay alone, stay single, and never be part of any man or any woman's life, then you have your own life. But if you have something in your head that one day, one time, you will be in a relationship, you will date someone, you will get married, then you don't have a life of your own. That's why we say the two shall come together, and they will come together and the two shall become one. What does that mean? You're not living your life alone. Your life will be influenced by another person's life. So, let's just be frank with ourselves. How many women are walking outside there naked? How many women are walking outside there naked? And you're so comfortable with it. Let me tell you guys something. Men are easily attracted to good things. But again, the moment a man realizes that what he's chasing is so cheap and easily available and they can get it, they lose the morale, they lose the pressure, they lose the strength, they lose the energy and interest of chasing the same thing. When a man realizes that what he's chasing, you see, women, let me tell you something. We have to be talk the truth instead of, trying to make people happy, trying to tell you what you want to hear. We need to talk about what you need to hear. That man is not seducing you because you have money. When a man sees you, let me tell you something, ladies, you've never known, and no man is going to tell you this because they want you. When a man sees you, the first thing that goes into his head is, wow, imagine if I had all this just for me. All right? Once he sees you, his all heart and his all mind and everything in him, his emotions, his reaction and everything says that, wow, what if it was mine? If he gets you, you become loyal to him. You become accessible. He can access you. He can access you spiritually. He can access you physically. He can access you emotionally. He can access you privately. Even the most inner side of you, he can access. And you know how we can get inside you, right? We are adults here and we can speak about this. So once you do not realize that covering yourself, covering your body, covering sometimes your hair, because we are living in an open society where women no longer cover their hair. One day I was having a conversation with one of my brother who is a Christian like me, and I was telling him that, you see, we don't take it serious when it comes to teachings in the Bible. We are taught in the Bible very well that a woman must always cover their hair. But do you know that we as Christians, we never take like this teaching with some kind of strong interest. We only see the Muslim ladies covering their hair. What about us? We do not do it. Do you know that most of the men get attracted to women because of their hair? Scientifically, biologically, a man is attracted to women more when they see their hair than when they don't. A man can see your face, a man can see your eyes, a man can see your buttocks, you have them, you have a figure eight, or maybe you went and improved your sitting allowances, but he might not get attracted. But the moment he sees your hair laying down and rolling on your back, the attraction, it is scientific. They will get more attracted when they see the hair. That is why the Bible writes so well that a woman must never dress on a man's clothes, and every time a woman has to cover their hair. A man has to keep his hair short and neat all the time. It is in the Bible. But do you know, we never think about this because we see it as just something small. Those small things have cost relationships these days. I remember when I was growing up, I remember my mom, they used to have what we used to call vitamba, all right? The kitambas. She used to cover her hair every time, all right? When we were going to church, they will wear, the kitamba. When they're coming back, they will, she'll go to a tailor, then make a dress, a kitenge dress with a kitamba that she will wrap on her hair. These were people who had no access to information like we are today. But they used to do what kept them moving within their relationships. These days, a man is sleeping with a woman without touching her. Because you can sit somewhere and see through everything, even the size of the vagina. I don't care to say this. You can see the size, you can see the shape. The trouser is carving it, and in fact, they wear a trouser that carves her private parts so well so that people can see. So a man is seeing this and imagining, and sex is something that can be physical, sex can be imaginative, sex can be emotional, sex can be mental. That's why, even if you don't sleep with a woman, but you look at her in a way to suggest you can be taken to court. And what will be the charges? Sexual harassment. Have you ever, guys, asked yourself, why would a court charge someone with sexual harassment and he never even touched that woman? He just looked at her, or maybe he spoke some words. It means sex is not physical. It can be mental, it can be emotional, it can go into physical part of it, all right? It can also affect you psychologically. So when a man sits somewhere and you are somebody's wife or wife to be, and this man can check everything that is in you. This man can see everything. This man is sleeping with you already. You are not loyal. You are easily accessible. That's why I say loyalty means that you close access to any part of your body that is so private only to your husband or to your boyfriend who is already serious with you in a relationship. Loyalty is not only broken when someone sleeps with you. Loyalty is broken when you are trying to show your six-pack outside there for a man, even though today I was just talking to women. When you're trying to show those six-packs out there, when you're trying to show us how energetic you are, you're not doing gymnastics, you're not doing any sports, you're just taking photos and posting everywhere on social media. Some of nowadays, clothes are even made where you will have, space to show your abs, to show, I don't know what. This is disloyalty. You're not loyal to your partner. People can easily access what is private and sacred to them. That is why you need to dress. You need to dress your dressing code. Address your dressing code so that you can be able not to be disloyal to your partner. Because this is creating a lot of pain in most of the relationships. People are losing relationships because of men and women who are not loyal. Women are going to tell you that, oh, nowadays men are not loyal. You cannot find a man who's loyal. But you guys are more disloyal than we are. Most of the men become disloyal by physical contact. When a woman decides to say no, that man cannot be, disloyal. He might not cheat. When the woman on the other side decides to say no, I'm not going to be intimate with you. I'm not going to allow you into my body. That man is not going to cheat. But you see, for you girls or women out there, there's no man who's going to ask you for the body or the flesh, but they will be sleeping with you. How many men are dreaming that they slept with you just because of being in office with them? Sometimes, let me tell you something, guys. And this happened to me when I was working. I was in a certain office. I was working in a certain office. And I'm sorry to say, one of the colleagues who we were working with was a lady. And she used to wear some dresses, not dresses, but blouses. You call them blouses, right? That is curved here, that leaves the cleavage so open. So when you're working in an open office, sometimes somebody will come and kneel in front of you because they are trying to ask you something. So this lady would come and kneel, right? She's asking for something. And me as a human being, guys, don't take it personal, people. I'm a human being. And everything, the food, some people call it food, the boobs and the cleavage is all over on my face because she is trying to get something from me, and she's leaning, and I'm supposed also to look at what she's trying to show me. So my eyes, I can't take it out from what I'm seeing. I'm seeing a cleavage, and there's a tattoo in it, and everything is there. So when she leaves you with the problem. Guys, you understand, men who are here, you understand what I'm saying. I'm also a man, I'm normal. I'm eating well, guys. I have some feelings. The blood also is still warm. So that time, I was just like, all right, it's okay. But let me tell you, when I started learning what loyalty means, when I started learning the meaning and different types of sex, I realized that I was in I was having sex with this lady for so many times, and a lot of people in this office had sex with her for so many times, because when this lady leaves, my mind is still on the cleavage. I'm still wondering, wow, what at 12 o'clock, you know, fundamentals on the chest of this woman. But what would I have done? This is what most of the women are doing out here, because you do not know. You are easily accessible. You have allowed something that has to be kept. Somebody's telling me that you could close one eye. How? The other one will see. So I will be like, so this one cannot go. Nothing you could do. There are so many women, I cannot tell you. There are so many women who are sleeping with a lot of men without knowing that they are doing so. Sometimes you are carved, you know, you are blessed with the sitting allowances, the behind, and you are carved. And you know very well that there are some clothes that when you wear, it can hide that. It can try to hide it, even though it will not hide everything. But my dear sisters and brothers who are watching here, try and picture right now as we speak. Think about the women in your circle, the women you know who are carved. What are they wearing? What are they wearing? The women who are blessed and are carved, what are they wearing today? No one is wearing anything loose. The moment women know that they are carved, that is the time they now want to wear a tube. A tube that for her to remove it from her body, she has to maybe put soap or maybe sit down and ask somebody to pull it for her. The women who are not blessed, I don't know why we are confused generations, guys. A woman who is not blessed, all right, with the behind, a woman who is just flat, that is the woman again wearing what we call the dera. The Kenyans call it dera, a dress, a big one. So I don't know why we are so confused. I don't know why we are so confused. We need to understand that sometimes we need to protect. We need to protect what is in us. We need to protect what we are using. We don't need to express or show ourselves. Being loyal means that you are not allowing somebody to access all that you have that is private for someone else. People have got what it takes to take what you have given to them. They have the key to what is private to them. Give them that privacy. Cover yourself, cover everything that you have, protect yourself, guide yourself, give yourself the space, and help people who are around you not to be intimate with you because of what you are doing. Life is too short. But again, life is too long when you make things right, when you make your decisions right. Dress well, be presentable. There's so many good clothes that we can use. There's so many great things that we can use without having problems, without having issues with people around us. Don't tempt people. We are vulnerable, all of us, men and women. We are vulnerable. So, guys, that is what we mean by talking about loyalty. Loyalty is not just being intimate or physical with another person. Loyalty is avoiding to give access to everyone towards you. Be less accessible to people who are not your person.